that outside stuff really helps. Even if you draw.
Hello my fellow HEMA students, Eric Paisley. Today's class is about the Twehau, and head instructor Alexander is going to take us through just a couple of brief tips on that. We've covered the Twehau before. We've seen it used in conjunction with a couple other exercises we did earlier, but this class was focused only on the Twehau, and specifically I think also to cut around the center line, which is something we covered last time. And also, I wanted to give a quick update on something I mentioned in the previous video, which is moving to 2 classes a week. Alexander sent out an email saying that we'll be doing a Tuesday from 6 to 8 for the intermediate and advanced, and we'll be doing, let's say Thursday, 6 to 7:30 is going to be our new beginners class starting in January, and then 7:30 to 8:15 is our intermediate and advanced. And also, there will be doing some Sunday classes up in Russellville occasionally. That's usually 2 to 4. If you haven't got a chance to get up and participate, that's a lot of fun too, to meet up with Alexander and Chris and do some more advanced stuff. And also we use some different weapons sometimes, rapier, sword and buckler, so check that out as well. But let's get into the footage, some good footage of the class, more so than the instructor this time, and yeah, enjoy.
You can kind of move it out a little bit to the side, but I want the other guy to really challenge himself to cut around. Obviously, if the wider I go with that, I can close it off. But just kind of keep your sword more in front of you in the center line, okay? That might kind of help everybody kind of internalize this. So if you're not doing the little step, go ahead and do that. If you're stepping linearly, it's going to be hard to cut around with that. Okay? So try it that way. He's going to parry. He's going to be statically in front of me, sword in the center line, and he may or may not go much towards the parry. Okay? So I'm essentially, let's start with, I'm just going to stand square in front of him and cut a twist. So notice, he's not even moving his sword much to the left or right, and it can be enough to parry if I don't properly cut around. If I stop my cut when it's parried, I'm not hitting him. I am not hitting him. But if I add a little more rotation, it's a hit every time. Obviously, let's be careful here and really ring each other's bell. But let's do this at a nice, slow, friendly pace. And see, parrying my sword, he can maybe even move it out a little bit, and then I just move around a little more. Okay? So try that.
Play a good sport.
Feint. Okay? Who wants to be next? Daniel.
Hey!
Going through all the ranks. Okay, so the same deal. He's going to be out in front, and I'm going to cut around this time. So you're going to find it's a little easier to hit him. Okay, so again, this is great exercise for him.
Yep.
Reflex training. How efficient can he be in his parry, and maybe sometimes still allow me to hit him without, freaking out. Oh shit, he's doing a Twehau and doing these wide parries. Because you could imagine if I see he's doing that, freaking out, falling for anything, going for wide parries, easily let him fall for that and cut around. Okay, but this we can focus on it in a very on a micro level. I'm just squared up to him, cutting around, and I can cut either way with a...
It's hard to read.
It is, yeah, and you're going to find you have more control than you might think you have, or we're going to develop that. What I just hit him with was not this kind of blow, right? It was all wrist that was kind of generating that. Obviously, it's coming from the whole body. That helps control it, but I'm adding a feint in, okay? So I might kind of keep cutting around and then add in a feint. So it's very hard to deal with, right? So try that.
Okay. You got me. Is that an overhead? The first hit? Okay. I'll try to carry it the next time.
jack up a bigger record. You may want to step, well, it's up to you. I'm not your mom.
Yeah, we wanted to work.
All right, let's move away from Eric and Daniel, and let's look at Grayson and Tom. So Tom's in the background here, and Grayson is in the foreground. And I wanted to highlight Grayson in this particular drill for the Twehau because I think he did a really great job of sort of illustrating the feint. I know that I had faced him after Tom sort of did the drill with him. I actually did a couple shifts later. I did the same drill, and it was really good. So yeah. Thanks again for sticking around to the end. Make sure to give us a like if the content was good. And yeah, the Twerhau was a lot of fun. We had a great class, a good turnout, and looking forward to some more advanced stuff coming up. So stick around and see you next week.